actually be a D major sound, right?
So D, F sharp, A.
Right. Yeah.
Is there one? Yeah.
Let's try that. Good. Now let's practice this in a few different inversions. All right. Just inversions just means we're going to start on a different note of our triad.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we'll start with, okay, so this is on the root. You want to try that one again?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, great, Ben. It's a great sound.
Oh, I love my sound today.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, now we're going to play. So we played bum, 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 sort of up 3 and then back down, right? We're going to do that same pattern, except we're going to start on the 3rd this time.
That's F sharp, A, C. No. Wait.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's C sharp, right?
Back to the C on the top. Concert C.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused myself.
Sure. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the C triad, right? C, E, G. And all I'm doing is I'm putting the C on top instead of on the bottom. Make sense? So we have.
Wait, so the 3 starts on F sharp, right?
That's right. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm I'm transposing. Right, it's going to be F sharp, A, and then we'll put the D on the top instead of on the bottom.
Okay.
So try that one. Yeah, good.
All right, that confused me a lot.
Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm sort of taking these triads, and we're sort of doing that exercise like we did at the very start of this class, is we're coming up with different ways to sort of work with the same material, right? So D, F sharp, A, F sharp, D. Now let's do F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp. You want to try that one more time?
Wait, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp?
Yeah.
Huh.
Good. Great, Ben. Let's do the last one now. Okay? So we're going to start on the 5th of our D major chord, right? What's the 5th
Just
again?
A.
A, that's right. And
then C.
Concert C. Our D, right? And then the F sharp on top. Okay? Let's try that one. Good. All right. So let's do some call and response with this. I'm only going to use these 3 notes: D, F sharp, and A, which is our concert C major triad, over the key of C major. Okay. So I'm just going to really take these 3 patterns, and I want you to copy after me. All right. Here we go. All right. Can you hear that, or is it really soft?
I can hear it.
Okay. All right, cool. Here we go. Good. I'm gonna play that same collection of notes, and I'm gonna add a little bit of rhythm to it. Hey, Christoph.
Hello, sorry I'm late.
Oh, no worries. We're playing some D major triads.
Awesome.
All right. So we're gonna do some more call and response.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing them in a few different inversions, right? Which basically means I'm starting on a different note of our D major triad. Right?
Okay. And we just repeat after you? Is that
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. This is just a C major, concert C major play along track.
1,
So,
2,
here we go.
3, 4.
Should I mute myself? Should I mute myself for this, or?
No, you can leave yourself unmuted, Ben.
Okay.
Good. Good. Uh-huh. Yeah, good. Okay, let's do one more.
Right on time.
Yeah, nice. I always like the end of these Aebersold tracks. They're always great. A little roll on the cymbal there. It was very nice. Cool. Okay, so we've played around with our C major triad for a while, right? One thing that I think is really important, like whenever I'm practicing this sort of thing, is to make sure that I'm addressing like the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. I feel like if I can know those 3 chords really in every key, I'm setting myself up for success. There's a lot of tunes that really just use 1, 4, and 5 of the key of the tune. Now I might go some other places, but if I know these in a few different keys, I kind of think of it like I'm switching gears. It's like gears on a bicycle. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to a new key, like in Autumn Leaves, for example, it's just kind of like I'm switching that gear on the bike, going to A minor from C major. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's do that in this key for today, right? So we're in the key of D major. Christoph, do you know what the 4 chord would be in the key of D major?
D? Yeah, that would be G, B, D.
Yeah, that's right. G, B, and D. So let's play a few patterns with G, B, and D. But I want to start our patterns on D. Okay? So this is going to be D, G, and A. No, D, G, and B. D, G, and B. Okay. Sorry, I'm transposing. Okay. So let's start with this one. Yeah, you want to try that, Christoph? Good. Now, Ben, let's rearrange our notes a little bit. So we start on G. Okay.
All right.
Do you want to try that one?
Stern G. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do I like make something up or?
Let's play the next what we call inversion, right? So we've played D, G, and B. What are our three notes if we start on G? G.
G. Oh, it would be G, B, D.
That's right. Do you want to try that?
Okay. Wait, what did I just say? G. Okay.
You said it would be G, B, and D.
Oh wait, that's the 4, which is okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice, Christoph. Ben, you want to try one more time?
Oops. Okay.
You're okay. Okay, now Christoph, let's go. Let's do the last one. Okay, so we've done D, G, B,
yeah.
and then G, B, D. What's the last one?
Yeah. B, D, G, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. You want to try that one, Ben? Yeah, good. Okay, now I'm going to start this play along track again. And let's play some patterns of our 4 chord over this D major.
1,
Track.
2, 3,
Okay.
4.
Let me try one more time. Mhm. Yeah, good, good, good. Sweet. Okay, so there's our 4 chord. All right, and let's learn our 5 chord in the key of D. All right? Got any ideas, Ben?
Okay, hold on. Repeat that again.
Let's find our 5 chord in the key of D. Okay?
It'd be A,
Mhm.
C,
Mm-hmm.
E. A, C, E.
Close.
A, C sharp, E.
That's right, C sharp.
My bad.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, remember, so we're just sort of taking the notes of our C major, or concert C, or D major, right? Taking the notes of our D major scale, and we're organizing them in thirds, right? Now, the last one would be, right? Sounds like some kind of beginner piano exercise that I had to learn in school.
Alright. So
A-
those are 5.
A, C sharp, and E. Okay. Now, one thing that I think can help too is if we think about kind of where we started everything and see if we can find one of those 3 notes in our A major triad. Let's see if we can find one note that's like really close to where we started, which was D. Right? Christoph, what do you think? What do you think would be the closest note in our A major triad to D, the note D?
The C sharp.
The C sharp. That's right. So let's start our triad exercise just practicing that. We'll start on, our C sharp. Okay? So we're going to have C sharp, E, A, E, C sharp. Good. And then our next one is going to start in E, E, A, C sharp. Good. Now, Ben, that sounds like it's quite a bit higher than
Yeah,
where we're at.
I was going off the high E. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, good. No, wherever it's comfortable for sure. But I'm always trying to be aware of like making everything as close to where I started as I can. Now, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't practice these triads, like going all the way up the horn and then back down. For sure, that's a great exercise. But for now, let's try to keep it all sort of contained if we can. Okay? Now, let's do the last one. We're going to do A, C sharp, and E. Good. Cool. All right. Let's go back to our play along track and let's practice just a few patterns with these. Okay? And let's do this. Christoph, do you want to sort of lead us in our patterns here?
Yeah. Just with this one. Chord number 5.
Yeah.
This chord. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Cool. So we'll let you play first, Christoph, and then we'll copy you. All right? Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Started on the E. Cool. Nice, Christoph. Okay. Now let's do this. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play one of these 3 chords, right? And I want you guys to see if you can copy me and follow along, okay? What I'm going to try to do is wherever I start our D major chord, I'm going to see if I can find a note in our 4 chord and our 5 chord that's like really close to where I started, okay? So, for example, if I start with D, F sharp, and A, when I go to the 5 chord, which will be the next thing that I play, I'm going to start on a D, right? It's going to be D, G, and B. Then when I go to the 5 chord, it's going to be C sharp, E, A. You see what I mean? So like everything is going to be really, really close.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So if we get to something like F sharp, A, D, right? Then the 4 chord will probably be, it'll probably start on which note, Ben? What do you think?
C sharp.
If we go to the 4 chord, which
Oh.
is, so if I start on an F sharp,
Wait, no. What note are we ending on?
so let's say I'm always trying to make these exercises as close as I can note-wise, okay? So if I start the 1 chord on our F sharp, it's going to be F sharp A C, or F sharp A D, I'm sorry, right? When I go to the 4 chord, what note would you expect me to play next? Like which note in our G major chord is going to be close to that F sharp?
G.
G, that's right. And Christoph, let's go to the 5 chord then. What would the first note you'd expect me to play be?
After what? Sorry, after B.
Right. So if I go
A.
back to, let's try E. Yeah. See what I mean?
I'm not sure I followed this one because you said first one is F sharp A D,
Uh-huh.
then G. Oh, okay, G B D. Is that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, yeah, then that makes sense. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of like a piano exercise. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when you're like working on piano, you're always trying to find those chords that are like right next to each other. Okay? Let's try it. Let's try this. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to start on the D.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's start on the D, man. Okay? One more time. Good. Now let's go to the 4 chord.
Wait.
One more time.
I'm sorry, I got confused.
There it is, Ben. Nice. Okay. Now let's go to the 5 chord. Yeah, very good. Let's do that sequence again, okay? let's start on F sharp this time. Four chord. All right. Oops. Perfect timing. Cool. Okay. Now, let's see if we can sort of put our practice into action. Do we know any tunes that have a 1 chord, a 4 chord, and a 5 chord?
1, 4,
Can you say
5.
that?
I don't think Mac the Knife has that, if I remember correctly. Just the 12 bar blues, no?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's play our 12 bar blues now in the key of C. Okay. Let's go. Let's just make a quick lead sheet. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So we're gonna have 12 bars. Okay. All right. Ben, if we're playing our C blues, which chord are we going to start on? Or we can let's do it in the key of D. I'm sorry.
1.
D blues. The 1 chord. That's right, which is
D, F sharp A.
right. Or in chord notation, we would just call it D. Right? And then, Christoph, we're going to go to the 4 chord somewhere in here. Do you know where?
I guess we could go there on the second measure, actually, second bar, actually.
We could, yeah. Okay. Okay.
And then back to the first.
And then, back to the 1 chord. Okay. Yeah, cool. I like it. All right. Ben, where do we go from here? So we've got D, G, D. Let's leave this one as a D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We
How about
could
this
go.
measure?
We could stay at a D.
We could, but remember we're doing our 12 bar blues.
Yeah.
All right. And usually what happens in measure 5? Do you remember?
Goes to the 5.
Right.
So
the
A.
4.
4.
Actually. Yeah. Christoph is just, he put a 4 chord here, and there are a lot of blues tunes that do go to the 4 chord in the second bar. Right? But pretty much all blues tunes go to the 4 in the 5th bar. Okay?
Mm.
So he's just getting a little tricky. Okay, so here we go. Now where do we go?
Back to 1.
Right,
Back to
back
one.
to 1. Okay. And then our 5 chord is usually here.
Yeah.
And then A. And then we'll go back to D.
And don't you go to 4 between A and D?
We could.
No?
Yeah. We could do that. Sure. All right. So let's start with this. Okay? I'm going to play through this progression a few times on piano. And why don't you guys mute yourselves and play along and see if you can add in some of those chords and some of those things that we just played in our play along track, right? So see if you can outline some of these chords as we're going along. Okay? I'm going to play our... you guys can all hear that, right? Are we good? Okay, I'm seeing Christoph nod. Okay, cool. So here we go. So I'm going to count this pretty slow. It's going to be a nice slow blues. And see if you can add in those arpeggios that we just practiced and put them in the right spot. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Cool. Let's do one more. Okay? Sorry, I kind of messed it up a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cool. How did we do?
Good.
Thumbs up, thumbs medium, thumbs down. What do you think?
I mean, matching it to the... Yeah, I did good.
Cool. See a thumbs up from Christoph. Very good. Okay, now let's... Christoph put a 4 chord in the second measure, and I kind of like how that sounded. Are there any other chords we could add in that would sort of help us, maybe help us come back to the beginning, maybe? Is there a chord we could put in that would help us kind of go back to the top of the form?
We could put a... This is 12 bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess at the very last bar, we could do like some kind of 2-5-1 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, love it, Christoph. Let's do that. Let's put our A at the end, right?
Mm.
So we're like adding a 5-1 that takes us back to the top, right? So those last 4 bars would be something like... Cool. Sweet. Now, let's add maybe one more. Is there a chord we could add into this, into our lead sheet, that sort of does that same thing? A 5-1 that goes somewhere else, though. Like instead of going a 5-1 back to D at the top of the tune, is there somewhere else we could put a 5-1 that would maybe take us somewhere else?
I guess I was thinking the last bar of the second, so essentially the 8th bar before the A.
Yeah.
Yeah, here.
Mm-hmm.
We could go to E, I guess.
E, okay.
No, I don't know. Maybe not.
Let's try it. But remember, let's make sure that when we do things like this, let's make these just a little bit more clear, right? This we know is a 5-7, so it's going to be an A7.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be a G7 as well. Let's do E7, E major 7.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Now let's make it even trickier. So we have one chord in each one of these measures. Is there something we could put here that would maybe do that same thing? Let's see. A7 takes us to the top. E7 takes us to the next measure.
I don't know actually.
Let's add
I
in.
don't know either.
Yeah, no worries. Let's add a 5/7 that goes to G.
But wouldn't that be a D? Oh, a D7? Simply a D7?
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? So those sevenths end up becoming kind of those important notes that help us know where to go. Sometimes, right? Our major third is going to be the same between D and D7. It's that seventh that will be a C natural instead of a C sharp, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's try this now. I'm going to put on a drum beat to sort of help us keep track of time as we're playing through this. And I'm going to play this progression now. And I may add some extra notes here where it will be a little bit more than just a D triad, but a D triad will work over that. Okay? And see if you can add in that C in this measure. Right? Remember last week we practiced a little bit where we just played like one note, one whole note in that entire measure. So maybe try that, because that might help you out. Okay. Can you all hear that?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna play 2 choruses through this. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Cool. How do we do that time?
I lost so like at the end, but
Oh, yeah, no worries. Cool. All right. Christoph, can I hear you play? Do you want to
Yeah,
unmute yourself before you want?
Try, yeah.
Cool. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nice, Christoph. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I heard you playing that C natural in the fourth bar. That was great.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, nice work. Okay, Ben, let's go to you. Okay? One, two, one, two, three, four. Yeah, good, Ben.
I
That's
lost track of time at the end, but
No, I thought it was great. You know, I couldn't tell. You played some like really great blues like at the end of that your solo there that I thought fit really well. Yeah, it was really great. Really enjoyed it. Nice.
I don't know what I did for half of it, but
Yeah, you know, I think you know, we can do all these exercises and things like that, and I think these are really helpful in a lot of ways. But when we go to play and we go to improvise, we sort of just want to let our ears lead us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of play. Yeah, I mean, we're sort of playing what we're hearing and what we're listening to. And so, you know, the more we practice these, just the stronger those instincts get. So when we go to play tunes, it's not even like we're meaning to play them a lot of times. It sort of just ends up coming out. You know, if we listen to a lot of music and we're aware of what those sounds are, it sort of helps our ears lead us to those places. So cool. Sweet. So cool. So we've got blues now in a few different keys, right? We played our C major blues. I believe we played G minor blues. And now we've played blues in D major. Sweet. We have Mac the Knife. And we have
Put on leaves.
Autumn Leaves. And I believe we played Mo Better Blues.
Yeah,
2
true.
weeks ago?
yep,
Yeah.
we did.
Cool. Let's go through and let's just play some tunes together. Okay? So, Christoph, do you have a favorite tune out of that list that we could play?
Good question. I guess I like Mac the Knife.
Cool. So, let's do a little bit of our sort of, we'll just go around the Zoom chat. We'll each play a chorus or two. And this time, let's see if we can focus on some of those triads, just the basic triads of the tune. I've been listening to a lot of like old school, you know, like really old jazz musicians, and this is sort of the way that they played, right? You can think of it as vertically maybe, or they're playing very up, you know, chord oriented language instead of maybe scales and things like that. So let's see if we can play Mac the Knife with sort of that in mind. Okay, and I'll put it up on the screen. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's each play a chorus. I'm slow it down. This play along is a little bit quick. Okay, cool. So I'll start, and what I'm going to try to do is to incorporate some of those chord exercises that we were working on. Okay. So here we go. All right, Ben, you want to try? Here we go. Christoph. 2. 1, 2, 3. Ben? Right, Christoph. Okay, now let's before we, I do want to play this some more, but before we go through that, I was just thinking, I think this could be really helpful. Okay, let's go through this. So this is our like one major triad. So we're talking C, E, G, and B, right? Now, over our D minor chord, the notes of our D minor chord are D, F, A, and C, right? Now, D is a great note because it's the root of this chord for sure. But if we just take a look at these three notes, it's like our 4 chord, correct? In the key of C?
Yep.
Right? And so remember that when we have our 2-5-1s, and there's certainly a lot of those for sure, we can actually just think of our 4 chord playing 4 over D minor,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then this is our 5 chord. Okay? And then, remember I was talking about like a bike, right? We're shifting gears here. And we're going to A minor. So just remember that most of these notes, we've got our E, G, sharp, right? B, and D. And these notes are more related to the A minor chord and scale than they are to the C major, right? And the other tip I'll give you guys is that, you know, whenever we get lost, or I've done this certainly lots of times, whenever we get lost, just go back to playing some blues scale stuff, you know? Like, it always fits and it always sounds great, you know?
Fair.
So cool. Let's play this again, and we'll start with you this time, Ben. Okay. So keep that in mind. You can think 1 4 4 5 1, and blues scale. Okay. So here we go. All right, Christoph, your turn. Ben, you want to try it again? Ah, yeah. Christoph, 1, 2, 3, 1. All right. Well, hold on. It's still playing. Cool. Yeah, nice, guys. I think that's great. Yeah, Christoph, I think you were playing some really, really great stuff. You're playing like some E7 over D7. That was like really cool. I was really into that. It's awesome. Yeah, but again, you know, this is like we're talking about the notes that are related to the key that we're playing in, right? We're playing in the key of C. We're talking about 1, 4, 5 of C. Those are always really important and helpful things to practice for sure. But when we're going to play these tunes, you know, whenever you're practicing, like record yourself and play along with it, play along with these tracks, record yourself, and think about like the timing of where you put each note, right? Yeah, part of it is like understanding how harmony works, you know, 1, 4, 5s, all that stuff, and sort of some notes to play, but how they sort of fit within the tune and like within what you're playing and everything like that. I think that's really the trick, and part of it is like just like listening to a ton of music, playing along with like great recordings. That's something that I've found myself doing more lately. Is just like putting on a great recording and like trying to play along with it, you know. Anything you can do to sort of get your ears just around, you know, those sounds, I think is great. But yeah, you guys are doing really great and playing some really great stuff, and it's always fun to listen to you guys play. So for sure.
Awesome.
No, today was a good day.
Cool.
Yeah, sweet. So let's do. How about for next week? Let's practice our to get sort of more of a handle on like this 1-4-5-1 idea. Let's take our G blues, major blues this time, and let's practice our 1-4-5s and some stuff over that, right? So I'll in the Facebook group chat, I'll add a link to a play along, and you guys can go ahead and play along with our G blues and see if you can sort of go through this exercise